Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see curl and its physical significance. Already we have discussed about the curl, right? My dear students, we will be having del operator cross any vector field A. This is called curl, right? And here this del operator is nothing but it is a vector operator. Therefore this del operator, already we have seen this del operator, that is it is nothing but here I cap dou x plus j cap dou y plus k cap dou z. Now this del operator already we have seen in one lecture, and this is any vector field. Let us say A is vector field. Therefore it is written as axi plus ayj plus azk. Right, this is any vector field. Now my dear students, here the del operator, which is nothing but vector operator into vector field, cross product of vector field, is always vector quantity. Therefore this curl of vector A, this curl of vector A is always result is vector quantity. Result is vector quantity. So here we have to specify the direction of this also. With magnitude we have to find the direction also, right? So all together we will see here, right? Now my dear students, this is the basic definition of curl, but we have to see the what is the physical significance of this curl and how to calculate this curl of any vector field A. Before that, I will discuss something regarding the line integral. Now my dear students, already we have seen line integral in previous lectures. You can watch my previous lectures. See, for this lecture the del operator and line integral lectures are very much important. So I hope that you will first understand, you will first watch my line integral, surface integral and volume integral lectures, as well as you will watch my del operator lecture, right? Then you will see this lecture, and this lecture is very much important for your university point of view, right? So my dear students, here let us understand first regarding line integral. Let us say there is any vector field. For this vector field, the line integral over a curve C is nothing but written as a dot dl. Here I am considering dot product, right? Here I am considering dot product line integral, that already we have seen, right? This is a line integral of, we can say it is a line integral of vector A, of vector A. See my dear students, here this arrow is very much important because this arrow specifies or signifies that it is a vector field, right? Therefore it is a line integral of vector A. Now let us understand the line integral over the closed path. Now my dear students, if I am traveling from this point, let us say this is a point 1 or A to B, or we can say PQRS. Let us say this is a point P, Q, R, S and back to P, right? And here our travel is anti-clockwise, P to Q. I will say here your travel will be anti-clockwise. That means first of all you are traveling from P to Q, Q to R, R to S and S to P. Likewise, this is called circulation. Then the line integral over a closed path is called circulation. That already we have defined in previous lectures. And let us say there is a vector field. There is a vector field A. Then can I say the line integral of PQRS over a closed path? Here this circle is for closed path, is nothing but A dot dl. And my dear students, this is nothing but circulation. This is called circulation. Already we have seen, because see it is a anti-clockwise circulation, right? Now here the vector field is electric field. If this vector field is electric field, it is a electric field, is electric field. Now if I consider electric field, now my dear students, for electric field, if I start from P and by during rotation if I come back to the P, means at the same point the potential difference is 0, right? Here what is the line integral of electric field over a curve dl is nothing but potential difference, voltage difference, del V. Here it is a voltage difference, right? Now, or also called potential difference. And my dear students, for closed path, if I consider closed path, then this line integral of electric field will be 0, because for closed path the starting point and end point are same. From the same point we are starting from the P and again we are coming back to the P, and at the same point the potential difference is always 0. Therefore the here line integral over a closed path, this is very important, line integral over a closed path of electric field is always 0, and such a field is called lamellar vector field. So whenever the line integral over a closed path of any vector field is equal to 0, then such a field is called lamellar vector field. Therefore it is called lamellar. Here I am writing the spelling lamellar vector field. It is called lamellar vector field. This electric field is called lamellar vector field if it is having 0 value for closed integral or over a closed surface. The line integral of electric field is 0, then it is called lamellar vector field. But my dear students, it is not valid for magnetic field. Now magnetic field is represented by B. Let us see, it is a magnetic field. B is magnetic field. And my dear students, over a closed surface for magnetic field the line integral is not 0. Over a closed surface it is not 0, and it is equal to mu naught I. It is equal to mu naught I. Now this I is, sorry, this I is current, not I cap, it is I is current, mu naught I, right? And this you will study in electrostatics, that is magnetic field. In magnetic field topic you have already studied this, right? So my dear students, therefore the magnetic field is not a lamellar field. Therefore we can say magnetic field, it is not a lamellar field. For a closed surface, if line integral of over entire closed surface is 0, then only it is called lamellar field. My dear students, let us consider any one vector field. Let us say I am considering vector A. Here I am considering vector A as a vector field, and for closed surface I will calculate this line integral. So let us consider any vector field. This A is a vector field, any random vector field. It can be anything. It can be electric field, magnetic field, or any velocity field, or any other field, right? Now let us draw this vector field. Now what I will do, from top to bottom I will decrease the intensity of this vector field. So here on top the lines will be close, very close. On top the lines will be very close, and slowly distance between lines increases because the magnitude or strength of field is decreasing. See, whenever the lines are very close to each other, at this location the strength of vector field is more, means on top the strength is more, and on bottom the strength of this vector field A is less, right? Now my dear students, let us consider the same vector field. Here this same vector field I will consider in two manners or in two different aspects, right? Let us say I will copy this vector field, I will put here, right? Now in this vector field, now direction is along positive x-axis. Let us say this vector field is going along x-axis. Now in this vector field I will consider one closed loop, and my closed loop will be perpendicular to direction of this vector field. Now how I am considering the closed loop? In first case, let us say this is the first case, right, where my closed loop will be perpendicular to x-axis, means it is along y and z axis. Let us say the loop will be like this. Let us say this is a z axis and vertical is y axis. Vertical is y axis. Our loop is like this. Now my dear students, this area or this surface is perpendicular to this vector field. Here vector field is vector A, right? Now let us name these points. Let us say here this point is P, Q, R, S, right? These names we have given, and here very important is that, see, this surface PQRS is perpendicular to vector A, is perpendicular to vector A, means the coordinates of this surface are Z and Y, and the field is along x-axis. This is I am trying to visualize you here on 2D plane but 3D diagram, right? It is a 3D diagram on 2D my tab, right? Now my dear students, let us understand, for this case let us find the cyclic integral or over a closed loop over PQRS, we can say PQRS vector A dot dl, that is line integral over a closed loop PQRS, that we are going to calculate here, right? Now my dear students, we know that the line integral over a closed loop, this can be written as, see how to write this, is equal to integration of PQ, right? Integration of this PQ, I am assuming that anti-clockwise rotation like this. This is my assumption. Rotation is PQRSP, right? Likewise, anti-clockwise rotation. Now PQ, then I have to write here. Let us say on PQ line, the vector field at PQ is nothing but A1. This is my assumption. Let us say vector, because see, as location changes, the strength of vector field is changing. At top, vector field is maximum. At bottom, vector field is minimum. Let us say on PQ, vector field is A1. On QR, vector field is A2. This is my assumption. On RS, vector field is A3. And on SP, vector field is A4. These are my some assumptions, right? Now, randomly you can consider any value. No need of any values here. Don't worry about that. Now here, can I write this will be A dot dl, right? Therefore, A1 dot dl, right? Plus integration, here PQ we have calculated, QR then calculate. QR, here Q to R, we have to go for the line Q to R, right? Because P to Q is complete one line. It is having same direction. Direction is also not changing. Q to R is again different line. Direction is changing. Here P to Q direction is Z. Q to R direction is Y. Therefore, as direction changes, I have to integrate separately. But vector field is A2 dot dl, right? Plus, then for R to S, it is vector field is A3 dot dl. Plus, for S to P, the vector field I am assuming as A4 dot dl, right? Now this will be the for closed loop, that is line integral, right? Now my dear students, here we know that the dot product can be calculated as, see, dot product vector A dot ds or any dl, let us say here line integral, na, that's why dl is nothing but written as A dl cos of theta, where theta is nothing but angle between vector A and vector dl, angle between vector A and line vector dl, right? Now here in this case, the PQ is perpendicular to vector A, right? See my dear students, direction of vector A is always in positive x-axis. Direction of vector A is always in positive x-axis, right? So my dear students, vector A, here already we have written PQRS is perpendicular to A, means PQ is along z-axis and A is along x-axis. Z and x are perpendicular to each other. Then again QR is along y-axis and A is along x-axis, again perpendicular. Means at each and every location, the theta is 90 degree here. In first case, perpendicular means at each and every location, theta is 90 degree. And my dear students, what is cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. In first case, it will become A dl cos 90, which is equal to 0. Means here, the line integral of A1, A2, A3, A4 along PQ, QR, RS and EST is 0. Therefore, this complete answer is 0, right? Therefore, it will become, this will become 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, which is equal to 0, right? All are 0, right? Because at each and every location, angle is 0. Therefore, my dear students, it is a case of 0. It is a case of, that is the cyclic integral of, or cyclic line integral of vector A is equal to 0. Means here it is a case of laminar vector field, right? But my dear students, what I will do, I will change the orientation. What I am doing, the surface orientation I am changing. What I will do, I will keep PQ along x-axis and RS along x-axis and QR and ESP along y-axis only. Means I am changing the orientation. Here, try to understand. As I am not here live or I am not physically in front of you, so on the board only you have to understand, you have to imagine. See, now what I am do, I am changing the orientation. Means what I will do, this PQ and RS I will put along x-axis. Therefore, the same surface I will keep like this. concentrate. The same surface I am keeping like this now. Now what I have done here, I have changed the orientation of PQRS. Let us say this is PQRS, and let us say the P to Q distance is L, and Q to R distance is, let us say, some B. It can be any distance B, right? So, and here I am assuming anti-clockwise rotation, means we are going from P to Q, Q to R, R to S, and S to P, right? This rotation we are going to assume, right? And for this second case, let us say this is the second case. Let us say this is second case where, my dear students, in second case, PQ and RS are parallel to the vector field A. PQ and RS are parallel to the vector field A. But on the other hand, QR and ESP are perpendicular to the vector field. Means this surface I am considering in XY plane and field along x-axis. Field is going along x-axis and surface along XY plane. This is my consideration. Now let us find the line integral for the second case over the closed loop. Therefore here the line integral of PQRS closed surface, that is vector A dot dl. Line integral is A dot dl, right? This will be equal to, first of all, I have to calculate the line integral of PQ plus line integral of QR plus line integral of RS plus line integral of ESP. Therefore it will become integration of P to Q A. Now on PQ plane I am assuming vector field as A1. See, as location changes, on top surface the vector arrows are very close, means the strength of vector field is more, and on bottom surface the arrows are going away, means the strength is decreasing. Therefore let us say on PQ the strength is A1 dot. Now here this distance is L, therefore dl, right? This is the line integration on PQ. Plus on QR it will become, here QR, line integral of over line QR. Now here the magnitude of vector field is A2. Let us say on this QR, at center of this QR, I am assuming at center, because on top and bottom different vector field. Therefore average we are considering, the middle point we are considering here. Always the mid points are we are considering, right? But don't worry about that, because anyhow for QR the vector field is perpendicular, and anyhow the dot product is going to be 0 if it is perpendicular, right? Therefore A2 into dl plus for RS line integral A3 dot dl plus for SP it is line integral A4 dot dl, right? Now my dear students, already just now we have seen what is the line integral or what is the dot product. Vector A dot dl is nothing but A dl cos theta, and theta is angle between A and dl, right? So using this result or using this formula, let us find the line integrals, right? First of all, think over the first for PQ. Now here for PQ, the PQ is going towards right, as well as the vector field vector A is going towards right, right? Both are going towards right. Therefore can you imagine here for the PQ, see, both are going towards right, means area vector and dl vector are on same side. Therefore angle between them is 0 degree, right? Angle between them definitely 0 degree. Therefore my dear students, for first it will become, first case will become, I can write A1, and dl is nothing but P to Q distance, which is L. A1 L cos 0, which is 1. This is the first term, right? Because dl is nothing but length na, that is P to Q length is 1. Integration of small dl is nothing but total length, right? Plus for second, let us say for the second term I am calculating. See, area is, or sorry, vector field is along x-axis, and here QR, the QR will be along y-axis, means the direction of, if I want to show you direction here at this location, this will be the direction of vector A, and vector L will be like this, means angle between them is 90 degree, and cos 90 is 0. Therefore my dear students, for second case it will become A2 B. Now see, integration of dl along P to R is nothing but distance of Q to R is nothing but distance between Q to R, which is nothing but B. A to B cos 90. It will become cos 90 plus. Similarly for third term. Similarly for this third term, right here, for this term also we can write. For this term, see A3 dl means for R to S. See, R to S is going towards left. Try to understand, my dear students. Here for R to S, the distance dl vector is going towards left, but the vector field is going towards right. Means angle between them is 180 degree. Therefore, while writing, how I have to write? It will become A3 distance is L, R to S distance is L, right? A3 L cos of 180 degree plus. Then for A4, similarly A4B cos 90, right? Because here the fourth term, that is ES to P is perpendicular to vector field cos 90, and cos 90 is 0. Therefore this term becomes 0, this term will become 0. Therefore the final result will be this line integral over a closed loop PQRS vector A dot dl will be equal to A1L cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. Therefore it will become A1L. A3L cos 180. Cos 180 is minus 1. Therefore minus A3L, which will be equal to A1 minus A3 into L. And my dear students, A1 is at bottom and A3 is at top. So A3 belongs in high strength of vector field and A1 belongs in low strength of vector field. Means definitely here A3 is more than A1. Therefore we can say A3 is not equal to A1. Right. In this provided case, A3 is not equal to A1. Therefore this is not equal to 0. This term is not equal to 0. Therefore we can say here it is a not lamellar vector field, right? And my dear students, as here cos 0 came, cos 0 is maximum value. Therefore this value is nothing but maximum circulation. We can say it is a maximum circulation, right? Therefore this value is maximum value. In previous first case we have seen minimum value, and this is the maximum value. So my dear students, with the help of this, let me define the curl. Now here we can say the circulation of vector depends on the orientation of closed path with respect to field. Just now we have seen in first field, as the plane or surface is perpendicular to the path of vector field, then the circulation we got 0. But in second case we got maximum, as the PQ and RS we kept parallel to the field, right? Means as the orientation of path or the surface changes, then the value of circulation also changes. That's the same statement I have written here. Already I have mentioned, already we have discussed this, right? And let us define the circulation. Now my dear students, or let us define the curl. The curl of vector A is an axial vector. See, curl of vector A, curl means del operator cross A. Del operator cross A, right? Vector operator cross A. And cross product is always vector quantity. So my dear students, it is written as the curl of A, which is nothing but vector quantity, is an axial vector whose magnitude is maximum circulation of A. Now the magnitude of curl, when we can say curl? When the magnitude of circulation is maximum. Whose magnitude is maximum circulation of vector A per unit area. Now it is very important. Circulation per unit area is nothing but curl. Circulation, maximum circulation of any vector per unit area is nothing but curl of vector A per unit area tends to 0, right? See, as area tends to 0, definitely curl tends to maximum. And whose direction is normal direction of area when the area is oriented to make the circulation maximum. Now what they are trying to tell here, let us say this is a surface, let us say this is the area, and I want to calculate circulation along this path, anti-clockwise path. Let us say this is a path, anti-clockwise path. Now what we have to do here, the screw rule is used here to find the direction of circulation. The screw rule or right hand thumb rule is used. Here I am not mentioning right hand thumb rule because here visually I cannot show you right hand thumb rule. That's why I am not mentioning, but you can understand the right hand thumb rule also. Here the right hand thumb rule is also called screw rule, is used to find the direction of this vector quantity. See, as it is rotating anti-clockwise, right? If any nut or bolt is rotated in anti-clockwise, it will come outside, perpendicular to your notebook, right? therefore it is coming outside like this. Therefore this will be the direction of this vector field. This is the direction of this curl, right? If it is rotated in clockwise, then it will be inside, inward, right? In this board, in this your notebook, right? Along you can see, you can understand. If you have pen in your hand, try to rotate the pen in anti-clockwise direction and try to see this. The threads will come out. For anti-clockwise rotation, threads will come out. Similarly, the vector field here, vector is coming out. For clockwise rotation, threads are going downward. For water bottle also, for pen also. Therefore, for clockwise rotation, it is inside. Similarly, let us say if area is like this, horizontal plane. This is my horizontal plane, and if rotation is like this, anti-clockwise, right? Now screw rule. As rotation is anti-clockwise, this vector, curl vector, will come outside. This will be the direction of curl vector. Direction, right? Magnitude, how to find? Already we have seen. How to find magnitude? Therefore, the magnitude is del cross A is nothing but, for closed loop, for any vector field, we have to take line integral divided by area. Right? This is the magnitude. We have to find for closed loop line integral and divide with area of this surface. Then we will get the curl of that vector field for particular vector field, right? And the direction will be perpendicular area, but for clockwise direction it will go outward. For anti-clockwise direction it will go outward, and for clockwise direction it will go downward, right? Already we have discussed this direction for in area topic. This is for anti-clockwise direction, and for clockwise direction it will be downward. This is for clockwise rotation. Already we have discussed this in area topic, right? That is surface integral. Don't worry about that, right? Now let us understand the curl in Cartesian coordinates. So make a heading that curl in Cartesian coordinates. Now my dear students, for Cartesian coordinates we have x-axis. Along x-axis the unit vector is I cap. Y-axis, along y-axis the unit vector is j cap, and there is a z-axis, and along z-axis the unit vector is k cap. Already we know that. And let us say we have to find curl. We have one vector field, vector A is equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap, right? This is the vector field, any vector field over here. Means this vector field is along all the three directions, along x-axis also, along y-axis also, along z-axis also, right? And my dear students, here let us say del operator, which is a vector operator, is nothing but I cap dou x plus j cap dou y plus k cap dou z, right? This already we have seen, this del operator. And curl is nothing but del cross A, right? Del operator cross A. And my dear students, in mathematics this cross product is written in the form of determinant of matrix. Now we will write here this matrix like this, and the determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix. Now while writing matrix or determinant, we have to write unit vectors first, I, j, k. Therefore here for first row there will be I, j, k. For second row we have to find the coefficients of del operator. We have to write the coefficients of del operator along x, y, z. Therefore dou x, dou y, dou z. And in third row we have to write the coefficients of vector field A along x, y, z. Therefore it will become ax, ay, az. This is the definition of curl, very important for 3D. For 3 direction it is a definition of curl. Now let us simplify this determinant. Now after simplification, what I will get, that we have to prove here, right? After simplification of this determinant or this determinant we have to prove here, right? So after simplification, see I cap, if I consider I cap, therefore this del cross A, which is nothing but curl of vector A, is equal to, if I write I cap, right, then for I cap we have to delete the first column and first row, and for remaining 4 element we have to write the determinant. Now therefore we have to write determinant of dou by dou y, dou by dou z, ay, az. Then first letter is positive, then j is negative, second is negative, therefore minus j cap, Then similarly we have to write here determinant of remaining elements by deleting the row and column in which j falls. Therefore here this j falls in, we can say, second column and first row. Delete the second column and first row. For remaining element it will be determinant, that is dou by dou x, dou by dou y, ax az. So here dou by, I will write with black color, it will be dou by dou x, dou by dou z, then ax az. Similarly for third letter it is positive. Alternate plus minus, plus minus plus, plus, then k cap. Now the k cap unit vector along z axis, now it falls in third column and first row. Therefore I have to delete the third column and first row. So remaining elements, for these elements I have to take the determinant. Therefore determinant of dou by dou x, dou by dou y, ax ay. Right, this is how we have to find curl. Now let us simplify this. After simplification, what I will get, that I will write here. Just a minute. After simplification, my dear students, here how to find determinant. Therefore curl of vector a will be equal to I cap, this is the I cap. Now cross multiplication, here how we have to take the cross multiplication. See here az will multiply with dou by dou y minus ay will multiply with dou by dou z. This is how we have to do cross multiplication. Therefore it will become dou y of az minus dou z of ay. Right, then minus j cap. Similarly here, similarly cross multiplication, in between there is a negative sign. Therefore dou x of az minus dou z of ax plus k cap. Similarly cross multiplication here also, dou x of ay, dou x of ay minus dou y of ax, dou y of ax. Right, so my dear students, this is how we have to write the curl. Right, and same we have to prove here. With the help of simple derivation I will prove this quantity. But if you don't remember the derivation, at least you have to remember this. At least everyone has to remember this formula. Right, and my dear students, try to remember the derivation also, because in your city they are asking to prove this curl. Right, and what is the physical significance of curl. Now whatever the lecture, from the start of lecture to the end of lecture, we have to write the physical significance as well as the derivation of curl. Now my dear students, to prove the curl of any vector a, what we are going to do, first we are considering the circulation along z axis. First of all, let us understand the circulation along z axis, and the same result we will project for y axis and x axis. Now here consider a vector function vector a such that vector a and its first derivative is continuous and in a given region of space. Means in the given vector field, for this vector field I am considering that vector a is equal to axi plus ayj plus azk. This is a vector I am considering, and this vector is continuous and its first derivative is also continuous. Means it is not determinant, it is a continuous that we are considering. Right, assume that there is some positive gradient along positive direction of x y z axis. What is the meaning of positive gradient? Positive gradient along positive axis, let us understand this. Means this vector field increases in positive direction and decreases in negative direction. Means let us understand here at this point, this is a positive x-axis. Right, here there is a negative x-axis, upward is positive y-axis and downward is negative y-axis. Right, and so my dear students, here this vector field is, let us say at this location is something a1, at this location something a2, and a1 is, and let us say at center it is a, at center it is a. So my dear students, along positive x-axis this vector field a is increasing. It is a vector field, my dear students, it is a vector field, so don't forget to apply the arrow. Right, here we can say along positive x-axis this vector field is increasing, along negative x-axis it is decreasing. Right, means here a2 is less than a is less than a1. Likewise you can understand. Similarly, let us say another vector field at 3 and at 4. Now as I go up, it is a positive direction, therefore we can say a3 will be more than a. And as I go downward, it is negative direction, then this vector field also decreases, therefore which is more than a4 is minimum here, right? This simple assumption, or this is the simple concept, always it is a gradient, or that is positive gradient means change. Gradient is nothing but change, right? And let us say here per unit change is dou a by dou, along x-axis it is x, dou a by along y-axis it is dou y. It is per unit change, partial change. Partial means per unit how much magnitude it is changing. And if I multiply with total distance, I will get total change. Now understanding of this step is very much important for complete understanding of this topic. Without this step we cannot understand this topic. So my dear students, don't worry about that. If I take practically any diagram, then you will understand this properly. As of now, you might have understood 10% or 15% of this part, whatever I have told you, right? This dou a by dou x is nothing but change in vector field A along x-axis per unit, right? For 1 unit distance change, the change in vector field will be dou a by dou x. And if I multiply with total distance, I will get total change, right? So my dear students, let us consider Cartesian coordinate, and first thing I will assume rotation about z-axis, and we will find the circulation component and curl component along z-axis, and then same result we will project for y and x-axis. Now in this xyz plane, that is Cartesian coordinates, now let us say it is the origin of Cartesian coordinate. Now I am considering one element or surface in xy plane, so that the surface in xy plane rotates about z-axis. Therefore I am considering circulation along z-axis. Here we are understanding circulation around z-axis. So let us consider one element like this. The element will be considered like this, right? This will be the element or surface. Let us say this point is P, Q, R, S. This surface we have considered. So let us say here this distance P to Q distance is change in x, therefore it is del x. It is change in x. And Q to R distance is change in y, therefore it is del y, right? Therefore what will be the area of this element? Area of this element will be del x del y, right? Because at the finding of curl, already we have defined the curl is nothing but the maximum circulation per unit area. Already we have defined. So we will find maximum circulation and per unit area. For maximum circulation, the direction of the field and the differential element or any line element or dl element is same, right? Now let us understand. Here my circulation is pqrs. Here the rotation will be pqrs and again back to p. This is my rotation. And here the vector a, which is nothing but axi plus ayj plus azk. This vector is at the center of the surface. At the center of the surface, this vector will be there. Therefore here if I find center point, at this center point along x direction there is a ax component, along y direction there is a ay component, and along z direction there is a az component, right? This is a vector function or vector field, right? Now my dear students, as I go on positive side, the magnitude goes on increasing, and as I go on negative side, the magnitude goes on decreasing. That already we have mentioned. That is, assume that there is a some positive gradient along positive direction, already we have mentioned, right? So my dear students, let us understand here. See, at the center of this surface we have considered ax, ay, az along the respective direction, but here we have to find the components of this ax, ay, az along pq, qr, rs and sp, right? Definitely for line integral, what we have defined? The curl del cross a is nothing but line integral over a closed loop pqrs of vector a field over dl divided by area. Area is nothing but dx into dy, right? This is the definition, and this definition we have to check. This definition we have to prove in terms of the determinant, right? Now my dear students, so to find this line integral, I have to find the element or the magnitude of vector A along PQ, QR, RAS as well as SP, right? So my dear students, let us focus on finding this line integral. Let us focus on finding this line integral, right? So my dear students, let us understand here. So I will find first elements. Let us say on PQ, the element will be AY dash or AX dash, sorry, AX dash. See, along PQ, what is the element? AX. Perpendicular to PQ, AY and AZ. PQ is along X axis. See, very simple calculation, my dear students. Here vector A dot DL is nothing but A DL cos theta, right? And whenever theta becomes 90 degree, this will become 0. Means PQ is along X axis, AZ and AY perpendicular to X axis. Means there will be no component of AY and AZ on PQ. The component of AX we have to transfer on PQ, right? This is very simple understanding. Means parallel components for respective lines we have to transfer on this line. That simple understanding you must have, right? So my dear students, see, at center we can say there is a AX in X direction. So this AX we have to transfer on PQ line and RS line, right? So my dear students, let us say the component of AX, the AX vector or vector A or vector AX on PQ line, right? Now it is at distance, it is a center, therefore it is distance dy by 2. This distance is dy by 2. This step is very much important for complete understanding of this derivation, right? Without this step you cannot understand this derivation, and if you understand this step you will definitely understand everything in this topic, right? See, from the center we are going downward by del y by 2 magnitude, right? So definitely on PQ the magnitude of vector A will be less as compared to center. Therefore let us say this magnitude as AX dash, which is equal to, it is definitely less than AX by what magnitude? It is nothing but partial change of AX with respect to what? With respect to y axis, na? We are going downward in y direction. Therefore partial change in AX with respect to y direction, dou y. This is called partial change of AX with respect to y into, this is change per unit. But by what magnitude we are going downward? We are going downward by del y by 2 magnitude. Therefore into del y by 2. This is the vector field along line PQ. It is a vector field along line PQ, and direction is rightward. PQ is also right side and AX is also right side, definitely. Therefore here, and for this line, angle between the vector field, that is AX dash and PQ, is nothing but theta is 0 degree, because AX is also going towards right and PQ is also going from P to Q, left to right, that is right side motion, theta is 0 degree. This is important, right? Now similarly let us calculate on RS. Here we will say the AX magnitude, just a minute. Here we can say the AX on RS line. See, RS line is parallel to AX. Let us say it is AX double dash. But we are going towards upward direction, positive y direction. Therefore definitely on RS line it is more than AX. Therefore it will become AX plus. But it is change along, see, change in AX along y direction. Therefore partial change in AX along y direction, dou AX divided by dou y, into by what magnitude you are going upward. See, again you are going upward by del y by 2 magnitude. Therefore we have to multiply this to get total change. We have to multiply with del y by 2. Therefore here I can multiply with del y by 2, right? This is the vector field on line RS. But my dear students, let us understand theta. What will be theta? See, AX is going towards right and R to S we are going towards left. AX towards right, RS towards left, and angle between right side this is a AX double dash, and here this is a RS. Angle will be 180 degree. Therefore, here theta will be 180 degree. This understanding you must have. Similarly, my dear students, let us transfer this AY on ESP plane and RQ plane or QR plane, right? Because QR and ESP are parallel to AY. We are looking for the circulation along Z. Circulation along Z is of XY plane. XY plane rotates about Z axis, right? Already we have seen this. Now, my dear students, let us transfer this AY on QR and ESP because AY is parallel to QR and ESP, right? So similarly, we can say the AY on, let us say, QR, right? Now very simple understanding. Let us say it is AY dash. Let us it is AY dash. See, my dear students, at center it is AY, but for QR we are moving towards right side, means towards positive x-axis. By distance, see by what distance we are traveling. We are traveling by, this is a half of del x, that is del x by 2, right? We are traveling del x by 2 distance, and right side means definitely this AY dash will be more than AY, therefore positive gradient, therefore it is AY plus change in AY, right? Change in AY with respect to, we are moving towards x-axis, with respect to x-axis, therefore dou x, therefore partial change in AY with respect to x, right, which is called gradient, the change in grade or gradient of this vector field, into by what much distance we are going, x by 2 distance we are going, therefore into del x by 2, right? And my dear students, what will be the angle here? What will be theta in this case? See, QR, we are going from Q to R, na? Q to R is going upward, AY is also going upward. Q to R upward, right, like this, and AY is also upward. Means angle between them is 0 degree. Angle between them is 0 degree because both are going in upward direction, in same direction. Therefore, theta is 0 degree here in this case, right? Second case, let us understand the AY on ESP plane, ESP line, right? Now, my dear students, AY double dash, let us say AY double dash on ESP line, right? Now, later all these values we are required, very much required these values, right? On ESP plane, see, we are going on towards negative x-axis, therefore definitely it will be less than AY, therefore we have to write AY minus, but what is the change? It is change along x-axis for AY, therefore it is dou AY by dou x into what distance you are traveling. You are going distance del x by 2, therefore distance is del x by 2, therefore it is del x by 2. And what will be the theta? See, AY is going in upward direction, but S to P, we are going from S to P downward direction, means here the AY double dash will be upward, but ESP vector is downward, means angle between them is 180 degree. This angle is 180 degree, therefore theta will be here 180 degree, right? I hope you understood this point, because here we have to do line integral of vector A along PQ, RS and P again, means it is a cyclic integral of vector A with respect to line integral. It is a line integral simply for closed loop, right? Or also called circulation. It is a circulation simply. So, my dear students, here we have calculated vector field on PQ, QR, RS as well as ESP. And my dear students, what is the distance along PQ? Del x. Along QR, it is del y, total distance, right? So let us find this line integral first. So my dear students, note down these values quickly. Ax dash theta, then ay dash theta, then ax double dash and theta for this, and ay double dash and theta for this. Because these values I am going to erase here, and later on PQ, then here, let me write properly. Here on PQ, QR, RS and ESP, I am using these vector fields. I am using these vector fields along with their angles. So I will erase this. So the circulation will be cyclic integral of line integral, that is PQRS vector A dot dl. Now it can be also written as is equal to integration over PQ into vector A was AX dash and the distance is dx, right? Therefore it will be small dx. Total distance is del x, therefore distance will be small dx, dl will be small dx, right? Both are vector. Plus line integral of QR, right? And on this line QR line, what was the vector field, that is ay dash dot the line integral here. What is the distance? Del y, therefore very small element will be dy. For del y, very small element will be dy, right? Plus line integral r2s on r2s, what was the vector field? It was ax double dash dot, and here what is the element? It is a del x element, therefore it is dx again. Plus the last is s to p. Now on s to p, the vector field was ay double dash, right? Into here, what is this distance? It is the y-axis, therefore we have to write dy, right? So my dear students, after simplifying this, let us simplify this. For this closed loop line integral, del dot dl, a vector a dot dl over a closed loop PQRS will be equal to, over a closed loop PQRS will be equal to, see, this can be written as, see, complete integration of dx. This small dx I am adding. See here, small dx, if I add, I will get total distance, that is del x. Therefore my dear students, and dot product becomes ax dash is nothing but ax dash, we have calculated ax dash is nothing but ax minus dou ax by dou y into del y by 2, right? This is ax dash, and the integration of small dx is capital dx, capital del x, right? And into cos theta, angle between them, theta is cos 0, angle between them is cos 0, cos theta is cos 0. We have seen this dot product is written as a dx cos theta, right? And here theta is 0 degree. Similarly, write for all the terms. Plus ay dash is, we have seen, it is ay plus dou of dou ay by dou x into del x by 2 complete into here integration of del y, small dy are added, I will get total distance, that is del y, and angle is again cos 0. For this also angle is 0, therefore here will be cos 0 multiplied with cos 0. So here what I will do, I will delete this cos 0 because cos 0 is 1, therefore this will become 1, right? Definitely it will become 1, so no need to write cos 0, cos 0 is 1, therefore this term will become plus ay dou ay by dou x del x by 2 into del y into cos 0, cos 0 is 1 plus. Now my dear students, here for rs, that is second term, rs second term, ax double dash is ax plus dou ax by dou y del y by 2, right? This is ax double dash, and dx is nothing but integration of dx is del x, right? And here angle was 180 degree, therefore we have to write here cos 180 degree, and cos 180 degree is minus 1, therefore this minus 1 will become here minus, here directly I can write minus. So instead of writing this cos 180, what I will do, here only instead of plus I will write minus, so here minus sign, right? Here there will be a minus sign. Plus similarly here ay double dash, on this line we have seen ay double dash is, see, direct result I am using ay minus dou ay by dou x del x by 2, right? This is ay double dash, and integration of dy is nothing but del y, total distance, s to p total distance is del y into cos of 180, angle was 180 degree, right? And my dear students, cos 180 is nothing but -1. So this -1 I am putting here. So simply sign will change. Here there will be a minus, right? So my dear students, I think I have done everything correctly. So what we have to do, this del x I will multiply inside, this del y I will multiply inside, del x I will multiply inside, del y I will multiply inside with respective signs. See my dear students, now calculation is little bit lengthier, but you have to do with patience. You have to do these calculations, because calculation also will give you full marks in the competition. Now first of all, I will expand this first term, right? So my dear students, after expansion, this line integral over a closed loop, I will get ax del x minus dou ax divided by dou y into del y by 2 into del x. This will be the complete expansion of this first term. Now let us do the expansion of second term. This negative sign is outside second term. This negative sign will go for the third term, right? So let us do the expansion of second term. It will become plus ay del y plus dou ay by dou x into del x by 2 into del y, right? This will be the expansion of second term. Let us do the expansion of third term. And my dear students, while doing the expansion of third term, let us understand this negative sign is here. Therefore, with multiplication of this negative sign inside bracket, this ax del x will become negative, right? Therefore, expansion with considering negative sign, it will become minus ax del x, and here this del x into this term is positive and this is negative. Therefore, minus it is dou ax divided by, see, calculation part is little bit boring, but you have to do this calculation. If you do physically on your notebook, then you will get interest in this, right? Into del x. Now let us do the expansion of third term, the last term, sorry. Let us do the expansion of last term. For this term I am doing expansion, and for this term negative sign is multiplication. In multiplication there is negative sign outside. Therefore, after multiplying, positive will become negative and negative will become positive. Therefore, it will become minus ay del y plus dou ay by dou x into del x by 2 into del y, right? Now here there are many terms. Let us understand. See, ax del x, and here ax minus ax del x, these two terms will cancel each other. Similarly, ay del y minus ay del y, these two terms will cancel each other. This highlighted with red color will cancel each other. Definitely you are understanding this, right? And my dear students, here the highlighted term with blue color, see, this is the first term, minus dou ax by dou y del y by 2 into dx, and this term, both are same terms and with same sign, negative sign. Therefore, this term will get twice. This term will become twice with negative sign. And as well as, let me highlight with black color other term. This black color highlighted, see, dou ay by dou x del x by 2 del y, and same term here with both positive sign. Therefore, this term will get twice with positive sign. Therefore, here we will get the cyclic integral of vector a dot dl, that is line integral pqrs, which is also called circulation, will be equal to, see, twice dou ay by dou x into del x by 2 del y minus twice dou ax by dou y into del y by 2 del x. This is very important. This is the circulation, very very important. Again here these two will get cancelled, two will get cancelled, and here again I can consider del x del y common. Definitely we can consider del x del y common. Therefore, my dear students, the final result will become the circulation pqrs, that is line integral over a closed loop pqrs, will be equal to, here we can write dou ay by dou x minus dou ax by dou y into del x del y. Very simple, right? And my dear students, here this is a circulation over a closed loop, right? For a closed loop there is a circulation, but what is the curl? Already we have defined that. See, but this is for z axis, my dear students. This is for z axis. This is a rotation along z axis, right? Therefore curl along z axis, here we will find curl del cross A, right? Along z axis, along z axis means rotation along z axis is nothing but the definition is the line integral over a closed loop PQRS divided by area, which is equal to, we can say, dou ay by dou x minus dou ax by dou y into del x del y divided by area is del x del y. At the start of lecture we have seen for the considered element del x del y was the area. So this del x del y will get cancelled. So rotation about z axis or curl along z axis we will get. Therefore I will say the curl along z axis will be equal to dou ay by dou x minus dou ax by dou y. Right. Now similarly, let us project the result on y-axis and x-axis. So as here we have written the z component of curl, this is z component of curl will be equal to, here dou x of ay minus dou y of ax. This is z component of curl. Now how to write? Let us understand. See, the sequence we have to maintain x, y, z. Right, this sequence we have to maintain. Now, and in this sequence, x to y, y to z, and z to x, this sequence we have to maintain. See, if I want to find for the z axis, then x, y, dou x, dou y. See, z axis, for z axis, dou x, dou y. Right, this sequence, z, dou x, dou y, this sequence we have to maintain logically. Therefore, the circulation along x-axis or the curl component of along x-axis, curl along x-axis, component of curl along x-axis will be del cross A along x-axis will be equal to, see, as there is a x, then here there will be dou y, dou z. Therefore, sequence we have to maintain dou y of az. Here the derivative is with respect to other term ay dou x, ax dou y. Therefore dou y of az, because it is x-axis, minus dou z of ay. This sequence we have to maintain. Similarly, component of curl along y-axis, component of curl along y-axis. If I am writing along y-axis, del cross A along y-axis will be equal to, as it is y, after y there will be z, dou z of, but it is ax, component will be different, dou x of az, right, with z x component and with x z component, and sequence y z x. Likewise the sequence always you have to maintain, right? Let me check whether I have written correctly. Yes, absolutely, we have written here correctly, right? These are the projections. So my dear students, can I say what will be the total circulation or so total curl? Total curl will be, therefore del cross A, this is a total curl, will be equal to x component, that is x component is dou y of az minus dou z of ay, x component into I cap, plus y component is dou z of ax minus dou x of az into j cap, plus k component is z component, there is dou x of ay minus dou y of ax, right? This is how the curl is written. So same curl at the start of lecture we have seen in determinant format. So try to write down in determinant format. So my dear students, this curl in determinant format, del cross A is nothing but curl is nothing but determinant of I, j, k, then dou x, dou y, dou z. Then here ax, ay, az. This is how we have written. And while writing, how we have written here this, if I consider I cap, then for this I cap belongs in first column and first row. Then I have to delete first column and first row, and I have to take the determinant of other remaining elements. Therefore determinant will be this product minus this product. You have to focus on the arrow. It is dou y of az minus dou z of ay. Then minus j cap. See, while writing, first term is minus, first term is plus, minus, plus. Right. Now here, see, j cap falls in second column and first row. Therefore delete second column and first row. For remaining four elements, let us consider determinant. Therefore it is dou x into az minus dou z into ay. Therefore it will become dou x into az minus dou z into ax plus k cap. Now k cap is nothing but k cap is falling in third column and first row. Therefore delete the third column and first row. Then I will get these four elements. For these four elements, the determinant will be written as dou x of ay minus dou y of ax. Right. Now see, this is a del cross A. That is curl of vector A. This is a curl of vector A. And exactly same I have written. You can compare the terms. See, first term, exact same first term you will find here. Second term, see, for second term, here there is a plus. Here there is a plus, but here we have written minus because these inside terms are interchanged. If I interchange inside terms, here there will be a minus. Right. See, if I interchange, if I write dou z of ax, that is dou z of ax minus dou x of az, then it will become plus. So here, if I write plus, then first term will become minus. Here this first term will become minus, second term will become plus. Right. Means exactly same we are writing. Again for the second term also, exactly same we are writing. And look at the third term also. Third term is also exactly same. So in this determinant format also we can write the curl. Thank you dear students. In next lecture we will start Stokes theorem.